Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to replace your chainsaw chain on your Stihl MS251C with a brand new, more aggressive chain from Stihl. The stock chain that comes on this model has an anti-kick feature, which means it's a little bit less aggressive, and then this new chain will be more aggressive, but it's not anti-kick, so it could be a little bit more dangerous if you're not familiar with using a chainsaw. So you always want to make sure that your chainsaw is in the off position. It's cool, and you haven't used it because you don't want the chain to be too hot to the point where you burn yourself. And then what you want to do is jump in here, loosen this up completely until this cover comes off. Now that cover comes off, you just put that down, and now what you want to do is spin this clockwise so it is loosening your chain. Once your tensioner is completely loose, you can start removing the chain. And at this point, you just want to make sure that you don't also remove the bar, because the bar will actually come off at this point as well. So we want to keep the bar on because we're just changing out the chain. You can see here that this new blade is super sharp, and I'll put a link in the description below on how you can get this chain, but this thing is just going to eat up everything. It's super sharp, and actually I should be wearing gloves right now, but you know what? Let's just get this on. Alright. So what we want to do is get it in this top. What you want to do is get it in this top bar groove here. So it just sits down in there. And then we'll bring it over to the front here. Almost in. Okay, not quite. Let's get over here. Alright. Make sure when you're putting the new chain in, that you're putting it inside the groove in your bar. And I'll get a close-up of that so you can see what I'm talking about. And slowly, see, I'm literally cutting myself a little bit on this bar, so you want to make sure you're wearing gloves. And slowly start bringing in tension, and be careful to make sure that your new chain is going up that groove just like it did there. Okay, so make sure you reel in the tension while that chain goes right up into that bar guide. So, I want to make sure this sits right in that groove on the top here and on the bottom as well while you're tightening that up. Okay, everything looks good. Now we can get our cover back on. Okay, everything feels nice and tight, everything looks good. So what you want to do is, this actually came pre-oiled, you can see. But make sure your chainsaw has proper chain oil in there, and before you start cutting, just run it so that you're getting a nice lubrication all over this brand new chain before you start cutting. Anyway, I hope I helped you out. Thanks for watching. Be sure to thumbs up this video if I did help you out, And again, look in the description below for this exact part number for this chain if you have this model MS251C.